Hello everybody, I'm making this video specifically for an ad on Craigslist to show people what's so different between the way I fix and repair Xbox 360s and the way other people do. And basically, as you know, a lot of people do the blanket trick, the penny trick, they call it flashing, they flash it, or reflow it, make it reflow, and there's all kinds of stuff that people do all the time. A lot of tricks. They're very cheap and affordable for them, but they charge you a lot of money. And I basically want to show you what's so different between the way I repair it and they repair it. And how there's a huge difference in how mine actually does prevent the Xbox 360 from ever had red rings. Now, as you may know or may not know, the Xbox 360 red rings problem is they're all heat-related problems. The only problems that aren't heat-related are the E68 error, which is basically corrupted data that's on the hard drive, which is usually caused by Halo 3, Halo Reach maps, game types, and stuff that you might have saved, might have turned off your system during that time. You know, right when you were saving or something like that, or while it still was, and could have made it basically corrupted. Or sometimes it just, when you save it appears as corrupted, videos, all kinds of stuff. That one is the only one. And I'm going to show you an example, which is basically the same thing, but on a smaller scale. You'll see what I mean when I show you. I'll show you real quick. Just let me put down my mic. Now basically, see, hold on, that's the cord. See, it's basically an additional fan on it. What it does is that it basically blows air from outside of the Xbox directly on top of the heatsink, the main big heatsink, and it makes a huge difference. When you put your hand on the back of it, it's going to feel cold. It's going to feel cold. It's going to be cooled down, and you're going to see a definitely huge difference on it. And when I work on other people's Xbox 360s, I don't put that on there. I put 2 fans on there. So, and they'll be white too. So they'll basically blend in. And that will be, cool down 2 times more than my own personal Xbox. And as you may see on the ad, I only charge $20 for labor and $10, which I didn't put that on the ad. I need to soon. $10 for the hardware. And that's really cheap. You know, it just costs $10 to get the fans and $20 for labor. And it may take a day or 2, depending how busy I am that day. But usually just 4 to 8 hours, depends on the way I do it. And depends if your Xbox has already been fried, if you know what I mean. When I'm cutting through the plastic to put in the fan on there, depends if it's been fried. If it's been fried, it will take longer, you know, because sometimes they're really sensitive to the point that they might crack, just even trying to mess with it. So, yeah, just a lot of YouTubers, of course, are going to see this video, but I'm going to be putting this into YouTube, you know, on my YouTube channel specifically just for the ad of Craigslist. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. I was just wanting to show you what's so different between the way I fix them and other people fix them. And as you can tell, this is definitely a lot better than people just doing blanket tricks, penny tricks, or any of that stuff. And, yeah, just give me a call whenever you can or whenever you want to. And by the way, I don't repair red rings. I used to. But the last 3 Xboxes have been having, because you could say, came up unrepairable. You know, they require, like, hardware replacements, like heat sinks. Heat sinks being fried, they got wet, or somebody somehow got some sticky on them. You know, all kinds of stuff. And I don't know why, but I don't know how it got sticky. It was really weird. I asked the owner, and he didn't know how it got sticky. But, yeah, I used to repair them like 2 years ago, but I guess since people have had their Xboxes for a lot longer since then, and most people have had them repaired so much since then, I guess you say most Xboxes nowadays are about to hit a brick wall to the point that they're going to be non-repairable because they've been repaired so many times. And even the ones that haven't been repaired before may actually, yeah, may actually not be repairable. At least not without doing blanket tricks or any penny tricks or take out the X clamps and put nuts, bolts, and flushes in there, or what was that last one? But just any of that, really. So, just give me a call if you want to prevent your Xbox from ever having red rings. And pretty soon I'm going to also be making a Craigslist ad or put on the same one that I'm going to be working on computers, basically. I could do all kinds of stuff. I could basically make it to where your computer will look exactly like another operating system if you wanted me to. Make it look exactly like a Mac and appeal exactly like a Mac. And I could even move your files around your folders and everything, rearrange them, and basically make it just like one. And I could basically make it to where which one of the things people love about Macs is that you could basically click on something and press space, and it'll give you a preview of that picture or something. That way, you don't have to open it up in an application. It makes it where it doesn't, saves a lot of computer and memory usage that way. And I could do all kinds of things similar to that, make it look like Vista, Windows XP, Windows 7, any operating system. And if you want me to make your computer a lot faster, fix some problems on it, I can make it work. I'll give you an example of my own personal computer. I have a lot of games on it. I have like 90 games on it. Taking me a long time to get all of them. I got 90 games. I don't mean like arcade games or small games. I mean like serious games like all the Call of Duties, Medal of Honors, Ghost Recon, a whole bunch of others. I got like about 90 games on there. So as you can tell, you're thinking, oh god, I bet that really slows down on your computer. Actually not. My computer is a computer I only got for like $3.99, and it's only using, like around 15-20% of its memory, maximum memory. And obviously, it's going to be forever until it starts using the max. So, if you need any tips or help, or any modifying your work you want me to do on your Xbox or your computer, just give me a call. And also, pretty soon I'm going to be making, if you have two Xbox 360s, and you wish there was a way for you to basically be able to play the same game on both systems without getting two copies of the game, which this is the only thing that sucks about having two Xboxes, is that you'd have to get you'd be thinking, oh god, I have to get two copies of the game, I have to spend over $100 just getting a copy for each one of them. But there is a way. Basically, I can modify your Xbox to where it'll basically have like a lid on the top of it above the disc tray or disk drive. Basically, what you could do is you could just install the game onto the hard drive, and basically, just after 3 seconds of starting up the game, it'll just read it from the disk for the first few seconds to make sure you still have the game, and after that, it'll read it from the hard drive. And after it starts reading it from the hard drive, basically there'll be this lid you'll be able to just slide it, and you'll basically be able to pull out the disc, put it in the other Xbox, and that way you'll be able to play really any game on both Xboxes. That way you will be able to save a lot of money, and you won't have to spend so much money just getting two copies of the same game. And I charge very, very cheap on that. I'm only going to be charging $20 for that, including the hardware. Now that's pretty dang cheap. If you have any questions, my number will be below in the ad. And have a nice day.